Hey guys. Okay, so now that we've got our y-axis finished up, it's time to work on our z-axis. And this is the top of my column here. And so basically, I just want to do the same thing I've been doing. I just want to make a tracing of this, and then we can draw up our mounts. So we have this little cover here that needs to come off. There's our, we have our nut for our ball screw there. We also have these nuts right here, these screws right here that's got to come off. These are M6. Okay. Now what I've done is up under the spindle, I've just put a block, and when I raise the spindle, lower the spindle, it should raise this block up some. Okay, it's only going to raise it up about just a little bit. On the back side here, you can see it raised it up just a little bit. Okay, on the back side I've got this cover here, so I'm going to take this cover off and let's take a look and see what's behind there. Okay guys, so you can kind of see how it's set up inside the column here. All of this is going to be removed, and you can see that originally it only went down about another 2 inches of travel on the Z. Now, I've got this loose. Oh, let me get back up here. Okay. Got this loose, and I'm going to put, so this I used a 7/8 inch wrench. I think it's probably a 19 millimeters. It's just a nylon lock nut, and you can just pull this right off the top there. It's just got a thrust bearing in it. There's the race for the thrust bearing, and then the thrust bearing is just down in there. And that's it. It's just a hole and the 3 holes. So what I want to do is I want to just get me a tracing of that. So let me get some paper and a pencil. Okay. Really sophisticated here. Okay, get a good crease here. Alright. There we go. You guys know the drill here. I'm only concerned really about these 3 hole locations and this center hole circumference. You can trace your dovetail if you want, so you can get a nice drawing of your column. Alright, there we go, it's good enough. Now what I want to do is I want to just get my calipers and double check this diameter, or you can measure, actually I'll just measure this probably. Pretty straightforward. So we'll take this information here and we'll transfer it over into Fusion 360. Hey guys. Okay, so in the last video we worked on our y-axis and we finished that up and did the stepper mount. So now in this video we're going to start on our z-axis bearing block. As you saw earlier, we made our tracing of the top of the Z column. And so what I did was I came into Fusion 360 and I took that tracing and I drew our column here. Now I just want to start doing the mounts. This is pretty straightforward and simple. Sketch here. It's just the outline of your column and circle and 3 holes. So now for our bearing block, we want to go up to File, New Design. We want to save this as Z-axis bearing block. Alright. And then we want to pull up my data panel. And I want to click on my column that I just drew. And I want to insert it into the current design. We can close our data panel. Now, this is the Z direction, and I'm going to leave mine where it is. Click OK, and I'm going to be drawing on the front here, like so. Okay, so after we've inserted this into our new design, we want to right click up here where the chains are and break the link, so that we can manipulate this component. And now we're able to turn the sketches on and off. There we go. And we can turn our column off. We don't need that right now. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to go to Sketch, Create Sketch. We want to click on this plane right here. Got Sketch, Rectangle, Center Rectangle. We want to go 101.6, tab 101.6. Click. Okay. Now you can see that this is 4 inches by 4 inches, and you can see that it hangs over and kind of blocks our dovetail, and that's going to prevent our head from coming up. So I want to notch this out, because our Z-axis will travel 18.5 inches, and it's going to go past the top of the column about 1 3/4 inches. So I want to go and hit L, and I want to draw a line from here to here to there to there, there to there. Then we can go up here, select trim. We can trim this line, and this line, and this little line, and these lines. Okay, let's see, that looks good. I want to go to sketch point, and I want to put a mark here, there, and there for our 3 holes to mount it. I want to hit C for circle, and right in the center I want to put a hole that is 44.35. I want to put a second one that is 35 millimeters, and a third one that is 22 millimeters. Alright, go up to sketch, rectangle, center rectangle, and I want to go 88.9, hit tab, 88.9, hit enter. This will be for our square tubing. Alright, so we can hit stop sketch. Let me turn this one off. We can get rid of this stuff. Alright, something's not connected here. Okay, right there. Let me edit that. Put this line back here. Hit L. There we go. L. There to there. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Stop sketch. Alright. So the first thing we want to do is I want to go to the back side here. I want to go to modify press pull, and I want to select this. Nope, not that. I want to select this and this, and we want to move them minus 6.35 inches. That looks right. Hit OK. We've got to turn our sketch back on. Alright, we'll go back to the front isometric view. We'll move these 44.45. Alright. We want to select this, right click it, repeat press pull. We want to move this 11.65 millimeters. Okay, now that should give us, let's check that measurement. Click there and here, 32.8, that is correct. Alright, so that gives us that dimension. I want to go to this area, I want to right click, repeat press pull. This will be 25.4 inches. Select OK. Alright, we want to go to the front here. We want to put some holes. So we want to go to create hole. We want to select this face right here. And then it wants it to be 44.545 deep. It needs to be a counter bore, 6.1 diameter, and 11 millimeters on the counter bore. And we need to move it right over this dot. If you zoom in really as far as you can get it right on it. Click OK. Zoom out. Go to this hole, this dot. Right click right on the point. Repeat hole. And it'll put it right on top of there. It remembers the same information we just put in. And we'll do it once more right here. Right click, repeat hole, click OK. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Okay, that looks good. Now you can see that's going to give us a little relief right there for our column. Where's it at? Right there. And then that way we'll at least be able to slide up 1 inch right here. So I think that'll be good. Okay. Now, one last thing I want to do. I want to go to the back side here. And I want to go to Modify, Chamfer. I'm going to just put a chamfer right here. Just small, 0.5 millimeter. There we go. And that should be good. Let's do this side right here as well. Control, and then click on that one. And then that way we can make sure that the bearing doesn't rub. Alright. Let's go back to the front. And I want to go back up to our sketch. Let's turn this off for the moment. Go to our sketch and edit sketch. Make sure our sketch is on. Okay. I want to draw a line here straight up. 22.015. Enter. Alright. Then I want to hit C for circle. And I want to draw a 4 millimeter circle here. Then I want to go to Sketch, Circular Pattern. I want to select this as my object. I want to select this as my center. Nope. Select this as my object. Click over here. Select this as my center. And I want 4 of these. Okay. Select OK. We can stop our sketch. There we go. Alright, we want to go to Create Hole. One hole right here. It needs to be a simple hole. It needs to be 15 millimeters deep and 4 millimeters in diameter. And it needs to go right on top of that dot. Right there. Okay. Looks good. Put one on top of this dot. Right click, repeat hole. We can hit OK. That looks good. One right here. Right click, repeat hole. Click OK. And right on top of that dot, right click, repeat hole. Very good. Alright, we can turn the sketches off now and go back to our isometric view. These are the holes that mount our bearing cover. We need to thread these. Hold down Control and select the enter walls here. There we go. Alright, well that is our Z-axis bearing block. This recess here will go down into our hole that's in the top of our column, and then we'll just bolt it up with these 3 holes right here. Our bearings will fit down inside there, and then our cover will go on. And in the next video, we will work on our spacer. So stay tuned for that. Please feel free to ask questions. If you have any tips for Fusion 360, please comment as well. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and most importantly, be safe.